All right, LaCorey Collins, wide receiver, tight end, University of Oregon, entered 1996 to 2000.
Gifted, dude. He was so gifted. You know, it boggles me that I was a freshman at the time, and I just see this guy 6'5", running 4.5, kind of in today's game, he'd have been a lot more appreciated, I think, just because of the spread. And
cool. Big Smooth. To this day, he'll tell you that he'll beat me in Madden, but not happening. Or NCAA. I got you.
LaCorey Collins played in the Big 10 or Big 12. He'd been an all Big 10, Big 12 player. He was in the wrong. LaCorey Collins wasn't the reason why he wasn't good. He was just in the wrong system. If he was in a different system, LaCorey Collins would have been the best player, one of the best receivers in the country. No hands down. He's one of the talented, biggest players. The problem is he was in the wrong system at the wrong time.
Athlete, man, just gifted. Could have been top 10 pick NFL draft easily. So I just say just crazy gifted, crazy.
I narrowed it down, but my trips that I did take, I took Oregon, Colorado, San Diego State. I took Cal. I went to Cal and UCLA. I really wanted to go to UCLA. That was my top choice out of everybody. It was a no-brainer. When I was in high school, I wore number 18 because of J.J. Stokes. I used to watch him, and I was like, he got drafted. I was like, okay. He's going for that big money. I'm gonna play receiver. You know, because a lot of people wanted me to play linebacker. I was a pretty good linebacker, so they were like, play linebacker. And I was like, he just went and got paid, so I'm about to go play receiver. We the same deal. I wanted to go to UCLA. I took my trip to UCLA, and it was horrible. It was horrible because of the people that they had me with, the people that was hosting me. I couldn't stand them. I was like, So I canceled my trip to USC. I said, I'm not dealing with LA. I don't like LA. I just kept it like that and just kept it pushing. And Mike Riley, he was a coach at USC. And the day I signed, he still sent me a letter of intent. He was like, I don't care. He said, no, you denied our trip and all this and that. And I tell some people that asked me, I could have went to anywhere in the world, Florida State, Florida, all the big schools, all the big name schools. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to play in the Pac-10. I didn't want to go too far from home. I was a little bit of mother's boy, And I had a teammate, Kevin Parker, who also went to Skyline with me. And he was a big influence of why I went to Oregon. And not only just him, but the players on the team, like Kenny Wheaton, they were winning at the time. They were about to play, I believe it was Colorado.
Cotton Bowl,
yeah. But before that, they had just went to the Rose Bowl. And, I was around the guys. It was during dead week, so it wasn't too many students around there. But the guys, it was a lot of camaraderie, a lot of joking, got along with each other. That's the reason why I went to Oregon. It wasn't that, it was a big social chain. It rained it seemed like every day. I'm in the stands in practice and I'm looking at the stadium stairs and it's just like, oh, it's not rain, it's like a waterfall coming on down the stairs. And I'm like, oh, are you serious? And you try to dress yourself for practice, you just getting all wet and you just out there a lot slower because you got on sleeves, you got on things to try to keep you warm, you just out there running around. But I think Oregon really, as a man, it really helped me adapt to a lot of things. So I look at it like, I was a huge recruit coming out. I didn't have the best career. I didn't have a good career, to tell you the truth, at Oregon to me at all. But it's a lot of things that helped me out besides football. I didn't. You know why? Because I didn't even know about the hype. To tell you the truth, I never read my own press clippings about how good LaCorey Collins was, to the point to where, I knew I was pretty good, but I didn't think I was, as far as the hype was, I didn't consider myself as, that guy, because I knew I needed to work. I knew I came from a high school my high school mainly runs the ball. That's what they known for. And it's like, I ran like a lot of screens, like wide receiver screens, like take a step and come back and catch the ball. My senior year. My junior year, yeah, I had a pretty good year because I had Billy Cochran, who was Minnesota's quarterback when we played him in the Sun Bowl. He was my quarterback my junior year.
I was going to say, the name sounded familiar.
He was pretty good. That's when I had a pretty good year. And as far as a receiver, but mainly I think I got recruited as an athlete because I played linebacker and receiver, and nobody really was doing that. Like, he's playing middle linebacker? And he's good at linebacker? Like, my high school coach probably thought I should play linebacker. But the reason why is because J.J. Stokes signed that big check. And I was like, yeah. There you go ahead. And I guess I wanted the glory as a receiver, so I was like, you play receiver. I always had good hands. I worked on it, and I guess some of it just came naturally. But I always had good hands, and it was just not hard for me to catch the ball. I used to make a lot of them in practice. I think that one against UTEP probably was one of my best ones, but 98, I tore a ligament in my thumb. Damon Griffin did it in 97. He did the exact same thing. And we was playing San Jose State, and I caught a hitch. And they were trying to strip the ball, and they grabbed my finger and it just pulled all the way back. I got it, it was just falling over. I was like, what is going on? So that year I missed like 4 weeks of that, and that one hand catch was with that same hand that was taped up, and I was running a post. And usually you can probably catch it with the left hand, but I caught it with the right hand. And we should have caught it with the left because I probably would have stayed on my feet. And Terry was like, yeah, if you was an athlete, you would have stayed on your feet and scored a touchdown. I was like, yeah, you're true. You're true. It was a great catch. That was one of my best catches. Because I remember when we played USC, 1999, I believe, I dropped a touchdown. It was a post corner, and my family came to the game. One of the rare ones they did come to, and I was devastated. You know the little rope to cut you off at the end zone? I wanted to run under the rope. But I was like, I had a chance to redeem myself in the overtime, and we ended up winning that game. It was A.J. Feely playing quarterback. He threw me it was a reroute. You either go to the post or the flag. And they left the middle field open, ran the post. I got hit, and the hit, actually, it tore a ligament in my back, but I didn't know about it until a lot longer down the road. You know, you run across it, hey man, oh yeah, you tore a ligament. I did, huh? That's why I got that shot in my back. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what happened. And man, that was one heck of a game, man. I remember that game. And you know what's so crazy about it is that to this day, I still get the, like, if I see some people that did go to Oregon, like I seen this one female, you know, she's like, oh, LaCorey Collins. All right. She's like, nobody can guard you. She's like, we was just talking about you the other day. I was like, oh, is that right? You know, some people, like, I seen Pat Conrad, the equipment guy, when I was playing some arena football from Bakersfield. And he told me, he said, man, you're like a legend. I said, that's not possible. I didn't know if he was joking with me or not, but I didn't think Pat would just joke with me like that. But whenever my number called, I don't care. I don't care. There's a lot of times I didn't come out with a catch. As long as we won, I didn't care. Mm-hmm. I didn't care. I cared about winning because I already knew how it was not to win my first year. And I came out of high school. I didn't lose too many games. So I wasn't just going to accept losing like that. So I was like, as long as we win, I really didn't care because I knew what I can do on the field. I wouldn't tell you the truth. I wouldn't trade it for nothing because it really opened my eyes to a lot of things, man. And I used to regret, try to blame some coaches about certain things, but they probably had their reasons. They probably had their reasons for not playing me as much as I wanted to be played. But I knew my skill set, no tight end. Because me playing receiver, it was so easy for me to get open. Freaking linebacker or strong safety. Are you kidding? You gonna guard me with them? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna eat them up all day. Cause I eat them up. I go against agile cornerbacks and things like that. As a receiver for 3 years, now I'm transitioning. It's like, oh, it's easy. Taffer seen it. Taffer seen it before I seen it. Because when they transitioned me tight end, I was devastated. I was hurt. I was pissed. To cut it as simple as plain, I was pissed. And Coach Oz, he was pissed that I didn't accept it. It kind of put a little sense of pride in me and the players that were there before it was built, because it seemed like we built that. What we did, we built that. We made this. We made attention come to us by winning these games to build these things, and it made it better. It's like having a little brother, or you being a parent and learning from. You might have two or three kids, but you learn from your first two, so your third one you wouldn't go through the same thing, you know. So it's like that. It's like you know, we built this for you guys. We actually built it for us too, but it's helping you guys to propel you to another level. And ever since I left Oregon, and I meant this, just keep the tradition going of winning, and they've been winning, and they keep winning, and that's not gonna change. I don't think it's gonna change, because now, me as a high school, if I was in high school, I would want to go to Oregon. I would see like, oh my God, look at that. Do you see their uniforms? I'm like, that's what's gonna first enhance some players to go there. Mm-hmm. But you winning on top of that, it's like, yeah, you're gonna win on the field, you're gonna win in recruiting, you're gonna win. I want people to remember me as, well, to tell you the truth, I'm not even close to being a bust. You know, I didn't see that in some articles, you know, like if I look up some things about me right now, it will say some things, you know, he had a bust, but he had some great one-hand catches. I'm not near a bust. I had a couple little injuries here and there, but man, the peers on my team, they tell you that boy can play some ball. And that I had, like, my peers respected me, and they knew I could play the game. So that really stood out to me. It really let me know, like, you know, whatever doubt about the expectations that I didn't live up to, you know, everything has happened for a reason. I've been to a different place in life as far as, you know, life. You know, I got kids. I have, I have family. Sometimes when you're doing good, family is always good around you, and when you're doing bad, some people disappear. They turn into a different person. So it's like, you know, I learned a lot, and where I am now is as far as a person is. I'm better off. I know who to deal with and who not to deal with. And what I'm doing right now, I'm not doing any sports. I don't play any ball. I watch. I'm a fan of the game, and right now I'm just working and raising my kids. You know, whether they play sports or not, to be good individuals. You know, because going through if you walk through my shoes as an athlete, and you have somebody with that hype and that, you know, them expectations thrown on you, some people be cocky. Some people are like me that don't care about what you say about it, whether it's good or bad, but, you know, still go through the ups and downs of life, with or without being an athlete. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm you know, I'm going through the next phase of life without sports.